This video shows how to set up and assemble the QuickArch from HolidayCoro. And the QuickArch is made out of 5 sections of material, and this is designed for a approximately 6-foot wide arch using a standard 10-foot long piece of PVC pipe. So if you just purchase regular PVC pipe from the store, 3/4 of an inch, either gray or white, you'll require no additional modification to this design. All right. Now, what we have here is our 5 pieces of material, and they're going to be combined together to form one single continuous arch. And our left-hand side, if we were facing the arch directly on the front, would be right here. So our first pixel would typically be here. Now, you'll see that we have 3 rows. Now, these rows are completely optional, and you can do either 1 row, 2 rows, or 3 rows. Each row is exactly 50 pixels, and if you want to, for example, do only 2 rows, you can simply take some scissors and cut along this dashed line. If you only want 1 row, just simply cut along this line. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to be building this all off of the arch PVC pipe itself. So what you'll do is you'll build everything in your garage, in your shop, on the workbench, and then later you'll take your PVC pipe, slide it in, and then stick it over some standard 1/2-inch rebar. All right, so again, the left-hand side's right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to first attach 2 sections together. So what we'll do here, we'll simply overlay these. So this right here, this tab will go underneath this one. So we'll form this, and you can see that it forms a nice complete arch whenever we're done. Now it also allows it to pivot out of the way. So what we're going to do is we're only going to put them in one of these holes, in the pivot point, because if we do both, that causes it to not allow it to pivot and to be put in straight. We have these additional holes at the top for customers who want to provide additional securing, but in general, we only need 1 zip tie at the corner of each section. So whenever we're building it or storing it, we only have 1 zip tie in this corner. So how do you do that? Simple enough. Just slide this zip tie through, slide it through the other piece, and there you go. Now don't tie it all the way, leave it open, because what we're going to do is come back through, flip this over, and we're going to be putting our PVC pipe on there and then tightening it down a little bit further. And then if necessary, putting additional zip ties in here to secure it. Now this design does allow for misaligned arches because they're not always perfect, and so if you have a little bit under, a little bit over, your arch is not perfect, it will adjust and it will be fine. All right, now a note here is that these material here does come with kind of a sandy side and a smooth side, and you can choose to go either one. That's completely up to you, so you can flip them over. We generally put the sandy side facing the viewer. Okay, so that means this is our front. I'm going to flip this over, and we're going to start our first pixel right here. And we're going to start with our HolidayCoro pixels. So if you use a 50 count string, what you can do is simply just zigzag. You go all the way down to one end of the arch, zigzag back around, connect another string because they have connectors on both ends of the string, and you would just go down one, zigzag back around, and then zigzag back around. Now with 100 pixels, you should have no problem with 12 volts to run 100 pixels without any power injection at 100% output. And if you wish to run 150 pixels, generally you can do that at mostly 100% output, maybe around 80% output on most setups. Check with your particular controller vendor on the limits of your output and other kinds of factors. Okay, so it's real simple. Again, we're just going to say that this is our start on our far left, and we're just going to flip this over, put the pixels in. And it's easy enough. You can see here, they just pop right in, hold right onto those 12mm style pixels. And these are node bullet style, and we do not recommend square or flat style. That often will interfere with this PVC pipe that's right above this. So again, our PVC pipe is going to be up here. This is 1/2 inch, but 3/4 inch is what we'll be using for your final design. And so you would simply come along, and we just keep doing this all the way until we have all 50 pixels in. Then what we're going to do is, when we're ready to build our display, we just take our PVC pipe, our arch kit with however many installed pixels you need. And we are going to take some 1/2-inch rebar, either 2 or 4 feet, 3 feet, something that length, depends on your particular soil conditions. We're just simply going to put some rebar into the ground at an angle, and we're going to just bend the PVC pipe between the 2 pieces of rebar. We're going to try to get the spacing, note our website, for the exact width from edge to edge, but it's around 70 inches. And then we're just going to slide this through each one. So we would have over here, I forgot to put one in here, we would have our piece of zip tie here. So we would just simply slide this over the PVC pipe, bend it into place, and slide it on top of our rebar. And it's that easy. Now when you wish to break these down for storage, if you have put any additional zip ties in the middle, go ahead and cut them off, because we only want them at our pivot points. So only here and here. Any of these holes that you may have put additional zip ties into, remove those. And then your PVC pipe will allow it to pull out straight, and you can leave all of your pixels connected with no problem at all. And that's how easy it is to build the HolidayCoro QuickArch.